getting through the first trimester. That is what I want to talk to y'all about today, because the first trimester is the hardest physically. Well, it's not the hardest physically. Once you start getting really big and really round, that's pretty hard, but it is hard physically and it is hard mentally, and it wears on you. So I wanted to talk about that, how I got through it, and some common, like, just things.
Hello.
Really.
Hello.
Hi,
What's
baby.
your name?
Baby, what is your name?
Baby. What's your name?
My name's Mommy.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So, in terms of your physical health, if you do not get morning sickness or afternoon or evening sickness, lucky you, and take that as a huge blessing, because it is very taxing. So your body is changing, we all know this, to make room for a baby, and you just want to focus on the positive. What you're doing is best for you and the baby. And then if you can't, take vegetables.
Your name?
Are you back?
Yeah.
If you can't eat vegetables, don't eat vegetables. Don't worry, it's not going to be permanent. It's not going to be...
Mommy, excuse me. I
Yes.
think I need to go potty.
Need to go potty?
Yes.
Potty break. So when a 3-year-old says they have to go potty, it's time to go potty. Anyways, as I was saying, it's not going to last forever. Those, you getting sick day in, day out, it's not going to last forever. Even if it does last your whole pregnancy, that's still only 40 weeks, right? So it's not permanent. And that's something to kind of help your mental health as well. But I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So when you feel well enough to eat well, that's when you should eat well. Sometimes that happens like one time in a month. That's okay. Take that opportunity. The bottom line is to not beat yourself up over it. There's things that are happening that you can't be in control of. You're not in control of. So do what you can. Also, try to stay as active as you can, especially if you set up already a really good exercise plan, or if you're already active. Don't just throw that out the window. Exercise does wonders, obviously, for your physical self, but also your mental state. Make modifications if you need to, but do it. Do not let that go to the wayside. I've done it twice now. Kind of you're just not feeling well, so you get out of habits, and then it's that much harder to get back into them. And it takes a toll on your mental health as well. So just kind of keeping those things in the front of your mind, knowing that it's not permanent, knowing that you're not going to forever be feeling this way physically, it will help. So feeling sick every day, day in, day out, for months on end, takes a toll on your mental health. Being tired, not being able to remember anything, not being able to do your daily activities that you've always done, it takes a toll. And I've always said this, even not in referencing to pregnancy, but into everything, just in life, when trials and tribulations come, not to fight the feelings that you're feeling, because then it just makes you feel bad about the things that you are experiencing, and then the way that you're reacting. So whatever that you are feeling about it, that's your reality, and that's okay. You don't want to stay in that state of mind, obviously, but don't beat yourself up over it. Kind of coming back to being pregnant again, it's not permanent. So just know that it's not going to last. And for most people, it doesn't go much farther than the first trimester. So, you have a few months and then things will start to even out and it'll get better. It'll get easier. That's just my biggest piece of advice, I think, is to just remember that it's not permanent, and to know that you will start to feel better, and do what you can, but again, do not beat yourself up over it. One thing that is easy to get out of control is the anxiety over it. The anxiety over worrying about all the things that can go wrong in that first trimester. So I've never had a miscarriage myself, so take this for what it is. But I do know that worrying doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the outcome of any situation. Worrying about it, and I mean, again, just in life in general, worrying about something doesn't change anything. So what is the point in making yourself sick over it mentally, replaying these like worst case scenarios? So advice that I have received time and time again, and it seems, what's the word, like easy, okay, is take the best care of yourself that you can, and then the rest is out of our hands, so you can't worry about it. And I know it's so much easier said than done, because there's those, you go to the bathroom, every time you go to the bathroom in that first trimester, you look, see if there's something that's going on. I get it. I've been there time and time again. With my pregnancy with Abigail, I constantly worried. And then this one too. I think this one, I was a little less worried about stuff like that, because I was so sick and I was not, I wasn't feeling well. So I was too sick to be worried, if that even makes sense. But it's almost, it's basically true. So, but the worry really can also make you physically not feel well, and just pile on to that too. So someone that does deal with an anxiety disorder, I can say, just know that you are not in control of it. And if you believe in a higher power, I leave it to God and let that go. Do what I can to take care of myself, and that's where it ends. So that's basically it. All that I have for you today. Just know that you find out, that you're pregnant, most of the time at 4 weeks, if you find out early, and then you got about 8 weeks. Takes a long time to get through those 8 weeks. And then for me though, it did not clear up. The sickness did not clear up at 12 weeks. It kind of ramped up at that time. Actually, it got worse. But yeah, so a little just personal update. I am 26 weeks and 3 days today. And so my due date is December 5th. Just getting really excited. Symptoms that I'm feeling most this week are heartburn, getting a little bit of restless leg syndrome, and I'm flopping around in bed, back and forth. Can't really find a comfortable position. But other than that, I'm feeling good. I am getting sleep when I finally fall asleep. Getting good sleep, so that's good. And yeah, like this video, subscribe if you can, and I'll see you all later.
Oink, 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 oink. I can't see. Ah, are we a pig?